Imagine this scene. A quiet, seemingly ordinary woman walks into a tense boardroom meeting. The air is thick with ambition and power plays. Everyone expects her to be intimidated, to shrink away, to maybe even run from the confrontation. They've underestimated her, thinking she's just a pawn in their game. But then she does something completely unexpected. She doesn't escape. She engages. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a story about a real-life strategy that can completely change the game, whether you're in a boardroom, a classroom, or even a difficult family discussion. We often think the best way to deal with pressure or conflict is to avoid it. The flight response is natural, right? Run, hide, live to fight another day. But what if the most powerful move you can make is to stand your ground and lean in? This woman, let's call her Clara, was facing a corporate takeover. The sharks were circling, ready to dismantle the company she had helped build from the ground up. Her colleagues advised her to cut her losses, to take the buyout and disappear quietly. They saw it as a battle she couldn't possibly win. They thought she'd escape with what little she could salvage. But Clara had a different plan. She had spent years understanding every single nut and bolt of the company. She knew its strengths, its weaknesses, and, more importantly, its hidden potential that the corporate raiders had completely missed in their spreadsheets. So, instead of preparing her exit, she prepared her case. She spent nights digging through reports, talking to employees on the factory floor, and building a counterproposal that wasn't just defensive, but brilliantly offensive. When the day of the final meeting came, she walked in not with fear, but with a quiet confidence that was almost unnerving. They started their presentation, all charts and aggressive projections. When they finished, a smug silence filled the room. All eyes turned to Clara, expecting a surrender. And then she began to speak. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't get emotional. She simply laid out the facts. She pointed out the flaws in their analysis, the opportunities they had overlooked, and the immense value they were about to destroy. She wasn't just defending her company, she was teaching them about their own business. She engaged with their arguments, dismantling them one by one with logic and deep-seated knowledge. The energy in the room shifted. The smug looks were replaced with frowns of concentration, then with grudging respect. She wasn't fighting them. She was enrolling them in a new vision. She showed them a path to even greater profit, not by tearing the company apart, but by building it up in a way only she knew how. By choosing to engage instead of escape, she didn't just save her company. She ended up leading it into its most prosperous era, with some of her former adversaries becoming her biggest allies. This principle applies everywhere. Think about the last time you avoided a difficult conversation. What if you had leaned in with curiosity and facts instead? Think about a project that seemed too daunting. What if you engaged with the hardest part first? The instinct to escape is powerful, but the decision to engage can be revolutionary. It's about turning a moment of perceived weakness into your greatest source of strength. It's about realizing that sometimes the only way out is through. So next time you feel that urge to run, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what would happen if I chose to engage? You might just surprise everyone, especially yourself. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on turning challenges into triumphs. See you in the next video.